Hey, I had to make this video real quick before people run out there and get the same microphone I have and start sticking it in their hair. I got to tell you, there are so many reasons not to do that, which is kind of funny because there's a lot of these, again, audiophiles who keep lecturing me on, I can hear humming and buzzing and popping, and they start lecturing me on compressor and noise gates and stuff like that. They don't realize what they're hearing. It's not because of my post-processing settings, it's because of this. What you're actually hearing, that popping sound and that hissing, buzzing, popping, all that stuff, it's kind of embarrassing. It's my sinuses. My sinuses pop when I talk, and this thing is glued to my forehead. And believe it or not, you have sinuses up here in your forehead also, and it's all connected. And I've always had sinus problems. They got kind of deformed over the first 30 years of my life where I was not eating healthy. The whole reason I made a health channel is because I wanted to figure out how to get healthy, and I share that with people. But I've always had sinus problems, and when I talk, there's popping and clicking and gurgling sounds and all kinds of hissing, and it's just nasty. And that's what this microphone is picking up. And a lot of people who have allergies, pretty much everybody's lactose intolerant. You've got phlegm and mucus in your head that's popping and gurgling and doing weird things. If you stick a microphone up here, you're going to get that. I'm going to play a couple clips for you, and now that you know what to listen for, you can clearly recognize it's sinus popping. Listen. Imagine what this cheap little microphone costs. Now, I know you want me to compare all, and suddenly everything would be great and sound awesome. I felt I deserved it, and somehow I made that happen. You're already doing this to some level. It's really embarrassing. I try to get rid of it, decrackle filters, but even then it's still, I don't know, it's just not. So that's one issue. The second issue is, believe it or not, when you have a microphone up here in your head, in your hair, you cannot have any hair physically touching it. Now you're saying, well, no, I don't. It's on my forehead, and my hair is kind of like a waterfall swooping down over it, but there's no hair physically touching the microphone. If you have the microphone in your hairline, and there's hair actually touching it or brushing up against it, it's going to sound like, it's going to be nasty and loud. And so, because I have a kind of a swoop here, kind of a cowlick, there's actually a little bit of air between the hair layer and the microphone. Here, I'll show you. Check this out. I got a hair here. I don't even know if you can see this. Blonde hair is really hard to see. I'm actually going to touch a single human hair to this microphone and see if you, here, check this out. One hair. This is one human hair. You hear that? That's one hair. You cannot have any hair touching this microphone. So, and there's obviously the other reason, and that is if you see the microphone, the shot's ruined, it's too embarrassing, you can't use the shot. And a lot of times the microphone does show, and you just have to do it over. It's much better, much better to just have the microphone clipped here where everybody puts the microphone. It sounds just as good, and I mean pretty much 98% is good. I just like to put it up here because I move around a lot. Actually, you can hear how my voice is being lost. It's not morning anymore. It is now 2 in the afternoon. And you can hear how my voice is no longer like it is in the mornings. Here, listen to the morning voice.
The most important thing of all of getting good, clear audio of somebody speaking.
And now here's my afternoon voice. You can hear how I'm losing my voice because it's really dry. I'm in the desert. And I don't know, I've always been like this. So I always record my audio in the mornings. But I just wanted to say that real quick. Putting a microphone in your hair, just because Marcus does it, is not, I didn't make that video to tell you to put the microphone in your hair. I told you because everybody's asking, where do you hide your microphone? But that doesn't mean it's right for you. It doesn't mean it's good for you. You're going to run into a lot of problems. It's much easier to, I think that the biggest thing is having people actually see the microphone. That's just so embarrassing. So it's better to just clip it here. And I'm going to actually make a video coming up real soon about how to hide a microphone and in much more practical ways. I thought I'd say that real quick because a lot of the clicking and popping sounds and weird sounds that you're hearing while I'm talking, it's not the post-processing, it's my head clicking and popping and having the gurgling and hissing sounds. So all you audiophiles, calm down. You're not used to people sticking a microphone on their head and knowing what that sounds like. So I just thought I'd say that real quick. And like I said in the first video, audiophiles always have these super giant speakers with enhanced audio where everything is enhanced. So every little flaw is just blaring at you, and so they're of course they're going to criticize you, but my stuff is made for the typical person who's watching YouTube on a cell phone or a cheap laptop or something like that. And if you read the comments, you'll see most people say it's the best audio, and the only few people, that 1% who says it's bad, it's because they have enhanced systems with giant speakers, they're overly critical, and they're hearing my head popping. It's just too embarrassing to have. Sometimes I feel like not even doing it anymore because it's so hard to hide it sometimes. Anyway, I thought I'd make this video real quick. Stay tuned for the next video, which is about all kinds of microphones and the best ones to use. So I'll see you in a few days.